Some time passes after Vegeta's victory in his match, a fight in which he had more difficulties than expected. At this point, other fights have already happened, but the arena was in need of repair, so the organizers and the prison director decided that the next battle would take place in the next day. However, the time the prisoners will not go back to their cells, the prisoners will have a moment of recreation so that they can be distracted and regain energy or prepare for the next fights. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos, and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's go back to the point. The watching audience containing beings from all universes are waiting in luxury accommodations, where they can make the most of it while they wait for the necessary time for their tournament to continue. At that moment, we can see Goku and Wolf among several prisoners in a huge space covered by vegetation, including an artificial lake, where they can enjoy and take a little break. Goku is talking with Wolf's fight, which had been too fast. And then Goku says, "Dude, you're incredible! Your fight was very fast! You won without difficulties, you are cute! Dude, you're incredible! Your fight was very fast, you won without difficulties!" Wolf answers, "Thanks, man. You are amazing too, actually. Your fight against that guy with the spiky hair just like yours was amazing! I heard he's your father or relative, isn't he?" "Yeah, he's my father. Although I didn't know him very well." After saying that, Goku is crestfallen just looking at the ground. Wolf says, "Come on, brother, cheer up, let's go." Goku responds, "And we can't give up on that. There are still incredible opponents for us to fight." Goku then starts thinking and asks, "Wolf, what happens to those who are defeated?" Wolf says, "Well, they are taken to their cells where they stay as they were before, and nothing changes for them." Goku says, "I understand." At this moment, we can see Bardock's cell, who's thoughtfully sitting on top of his bed. And in thoughts, he says, "Looks like I really lost. And the funniest thing is that it was my own son. But there's no problem. I'll be out of here soon. I'm sure of that." Sometime later, the battles will start again. It's Beerus' turn to enter the combat. This still won't be the fight he was hoping for, but everyone gets the news that one of the most powerful gods will watch this part of the tournament, and everyone is extremely anxious. The battles are about to begin. The arena is once again becoming mobbed by viewers eager for combat, and everyone is talking about the previous fights. The prison warden is waiting for everyone to come in to watch. Everyone settles in and starts to cheer, cheering applauses coming from all around. The audience is incredibly excited waiting. And in the center of the arena descends a platform with the narrator holding his microphone saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the confrontation between the strongest prisoners of all the multiverse." The narrator is interrupted by a gigantic explosion that happens, causing the bleachers to collapse with a bang so loud that it shakes the entire prison. In that instant, it is possible to see a crack from above their heads. And in a few moments, pieces of the ceiling begin to fall, causing as soon as a hole is opened on the ceiling above. We see a gigantic object. Everyone is amazed at what they see. Guards run from one side to the other with weapons pointed upwards as the prisoners do not believe what is happening. A small orb comes out of a hole, and the gigantic spaceship and a small being wearing angel clothes comes out of it and begins to say, Gentlemen, guards, lower your weapons. That didn't work here, but we've disabled any and all technology in this place. Your weapons won't do any good." The prison warden shouts, "What's going on here? Who are you?" And that unknown being continues to speak. "Well, let's say you'll soon know who we are. I'll explain soon. But first, I would like to say, all energy retention barriers were also deactivated, so this is your chance. Let's go, use your powers and run away." The prison director does not believe what is happening and screams, "But what do you think you're doing?" And when he gets excited, he raises his hand towards the being, who looks at him and says, "I already told you to shut up or I'll make you disappear." The prison warden is silent, and the prisoners do not try to escape as most want to know what is going on there. That being with the appearance of an angel then says, "I see that for the time being you have not attempted an escape. Well, I will continue to explain. I'm just a humble servant, and I come here to free a specific being after all. My master wants to meet him. My master is known as Haki." Everyone falls silent after hearing that name. Some swallow their saliva and feel the sweat trickle down their faces. Others feel terrified and start shaking, and you can hear some murmurs saying, "How's that possible? He had already died or disappeared. What does he want here?" At this moment, then Goku approaches Beerus, who is completely scared, and says, "Mr. Beerus, who is this Haki guy? What's going on here?" Beerus then responds, "Haki, the first god of destruction. He's so powerful that even the great Zeno-sama could not defeat him. He has gigantic power, and that's why he was exiled, because he had an evil soul and was an uncontrollable deity. The primordial gods had to defeat him to protect the great Zeno. He has been dead for billions of years. At least, it's what everyone thought. It's not possible. It's not possible that he's here. What is the purpose of this?" At this moment, that angelic figure approaches the ground and says, "We are looking for the prisoner known as Region. My master wants him fearlessly." At this moment, Beerus gets extremely furious and says, "I can't allow someone to finish him off like that." Beerus clenches his fists, his energy starts to glow, his eyes become enraged, and Goku asks, "Mr. Beerus, what's going on?" Beerus angrily says, "The person I'm looking for, the person I came here to face is this guy. This damn Region, I need to destroy him, and I won't let anyone else kill him." Goku says, "What do you intend to do, Lord Beerus?" And Beerus doesn't say anything, just watches. Region emerges from the crowd and says, "I've heard a lot about this master of yours. I thought he was long dead. So does that mean he came to me?" "And he disabled everything in this place that made me unable to use all my powers? I think he's kinda dumb, don't you think?" At this moment, Region approaches the corner of the arena. Beerus looks at him and Faust is extremely furious, barely able to contain himself. The angel who is there making the announcement then bows. He lowers his head and says, "I present to you the supreme god of the universe, Haki, the first destroyer, the annihilator of universes, the priceless and magnificent being, the most powerful that ever existed." At that moment, another orb begins to descend from the ship, and a being dressed as a god of destruction approaches. And as he approached, everyone fell silent with wide eyes. But Region didn't seem to fear him, and facing the oldest god of destruction that ever existed, Region says, "Oh, look at you. You don't even look that old. I think being a deity has its advantage, doesn't it?" Meanwhile, he's approaching with slow steps as he goes on to say, "What do you want from me? I can know before I tear you to pieces." And then Haki says, "I learned that you are responsible for annihilating the destruction cats. You knew I wanted to get rid of that scum, and I can't let someone like you take the lead in matters that concern no one but me." Region then says, But this nonsense has been going on for so long. I just wanted to see if they were extremely powerful, but they were nothing more than insignificant rubbish." Haki has something different, an imposing stance, and a fearsome presence. At this moment, Haki says, "It was my business and mine alone." To be continued. What is Haki, the first god of destruction, going to do now? Regardless of what it is more than important that you already expose it here in your comments so that we can enter into the crazy debate. Click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and click the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.